on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, Lagos, welcome back. One wholesome edition of Dailies today. Not the usual, but I think it was quite wholesome. And we'll continue celebrating the man himself till he's tired. We'll keep celebrating him, okay? So it's not about just saying happy birthday by mouthful. I believe in honor. So if you have your gifts, if you have anything you want to, give to him, you can bring it by the studio. Drop it here, call him, ask for his account number, and all that, and celebrate him. Okay, we'll appreciate it. That being said, by popular request, we're going back to the conversation on taxation we had last week, because some persons, let me say, made a request to me that we continue the conversation, as they didn't have the opportunity to call in, and also they felt it was important, first of all, to enlighten people and make them understand that they have to pay taxes, because other people in Lagos State are paying taxes. Why should I pay my tax and you don't pay your tax? Now, we have tax reform bills coming up very soon. They've been passed, actually, and the implementation is already on. And we've been part of that advocacy with Tayo Oyedele coming on multiple programs and all that, just to enlighten the public, because we think it's important that people pay taxes. So, like last week, we're asking this week, how much tax do you pay? How much tax do you pay? And we're talking direct taxes, like I said. VAT, you don't have a choice, you pay it. Because when you go buy a product, or you go service, they charge you the tax at source, so you don't have a choice. It's going to be there, written there. They're not going to say, oh, please, can you pay? No, it's already there. You would get your receipt and see, oh, okay, they put our invoice, they put VAT, all right? But for the direct taxes, like your income tax, you don't pay indirectly, by buying a service or by buying a product or patronizing a service. You have to pay that money directly to the government, So when we talk about the direct taxes, we're looking at things like personal income tax, or your pay as you earn, company income tax, withholding tax, capital gains tax, stamp duties, education tax. So let's stick with your income tax, either your company tax or your personal income tax. If you live in Lagos, you pay your tax in Lagos. If you live in Delta State, you pay your tax in Warri. If you live in River State, you pay your tax in Port Harcourt. So how much tax do you pay? How much tax do you pay? Simple question. All right. How much tax do you pay? Last week, it was eye-opening. My jaw was dropping at the number of, the amounts I was hearing. People are really working hard. People are really working. I want to commend all those who called in and said they pay their taxes. But also on the side, we're asking, is your tax working for you? Is your tax working for you? If you don't pay any personal income tax, any direct tax to government, company tax, you can also call. We can remain anonymous and say, I don't pay any tax, so I've never paid tax. Let's know, all right? The numbers to call 0201-277-0993, 0201-277-0993, and you can also call a special line for female listeners, 0201-465-7190, 0201-465-7190. We're streaming live on YouTube. I'm looking out for YouTube comments. Go to YouTube and search for Nigeria Info FM with spaces in between. That's a verified account. We're also streaming live on Facebook. Head to Facebook and search for Nigeria Space Info Space 99.3, or you can type in your browser facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. On X, we have a post there, and a WhatsApp number 080-9597-5805. 080-9597-5805. Ladies and gentlemen, you can send WhatsApp messages, you can send a voice note of 1 minute or less, or you can call us on WhatsApp. Don't forget, as always, One Play has 50,000 naira to give away to 2 lucky players. All you have to do is head to the website www.oneplay.ng, number 1 and the word play together, oneplay.ng, and click on the box that has a Nigeria Info logo. You follow the prompts, you pay to play, and you play to win. Each ticket costs 500 naira. The more you play, the more your chances of winning. But please play responsibly, and you just could be walking away with 25,000 naira. All right. Also, you can use the USSD code if you don't want to go on the internet. The USSD code is star 347 star 880 star 3 hash. Star 347 star 880 star 3 hash. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. 99.3, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Kofi Bartels.
All right, good morning. Who do we have on the line?
I would like to stay anonymous.
Okay, great.
This is the first time I'm getting you on phone in over 15 years of trying.
Wow.
I lived in Port Harcourt. Tried. Last week I tried up to 50 times. It will ring and then I don't get it. First time in my life.
Wow.
I can't believe it.
Wow. Since PH 2012.
Since PH 2012.
Nigerian for PH. Wow.
Good morning.
What's your name, please?
Yeah.
Anonymous. Sorry. Yeah. True. Okay.
So you know, this tax issue is something that is painful for those who pay tax and those who pay significant amount of tax. This is because if you see the reviews that are still happening or the change to legislation that is still happening, it almost appears that it will still target the highest earners.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, the highest earners have structured systems that allow their taxes to be deducted at source. So it's not like you have an option to say, I would like to pay, I would not like to pay. And then when you then see that these people who already pay these huge taxes are the ones who are still targeted, and then the ones who are the lower income brackets, who are not really in the formal sector, because they are more vulnerable, I can understand, are the ones who still have a little bit of reprieve. It's just something that is painful. For me, last year I paid about 28 million naira. This year I will pay about 35 to 40 million in taxes.
You paid?
I'll say again, 35 to 40 million naira in taxes to Lagos State. Yeah.
You paid 28 million naira in taxes last year.
Last year.
And
this year, I'll pay about 35 to 40 million naira in taxes.
Tax? Or is that your salary or tax?
Kofi, I say again, taxes. I know what you are talking about.
Okay, so is this personal income tax, company tax?
It's not company. That's my tax deduction from my salary. I live and work in Lagos.
Okay, all right. So everything goes to, is it split between Lagos State government, federal government, or everything just goes
everything
to?
Goes to Lagos State.
Okay.
Everything goes to Lagos State.
Okay.
For me, it's a double whammy of pain because, of course, because you earn, I by the grace of God, I work very hard. Some days I leave my office by 11 p.m., 1 a.m. And so every other thing you do not get from the government is something you have to do by yourself. It's something you have. I don't use government hospitals, as you can imagine, so the organization will provide Medicare for me. The security, I pay a lot of money for security in the estate I live in, right? I pay for waste management. The government can say it's subsidized, but I have to pay for it. The only thing I would say I would benefit is the general security, because, of course, there's the argument that security is not only money, there's the police architecture and all the other security. That's the only thing I would benefit. Every other thing I pay myself. Few days ago, the transformer in my estate gave way. We have to contribute money as estate. Even though they will say, you don't have to do this, NEROC, France at it. But it's been a month. We have not had electricity. We've had to pay out of pocket to fix that. But the painful part for me is when you have a project, for instance, you are constructing anything, you have to pay all of the money to LASPA, LASGA, every other government agency from the same you that pays this enormous amount. There is no reprieve whatsoever. I have a project I'm constructing, a personal house, just a personal building. One building, I can tell you, I have paid close to 8 million naira to state government account for that one building. And then I say, the taxes that I already pay monthly, that I earn, I benefit nothing from. Why do I also have to pay this huge amount? And then when you don't do it, they come to your site, mark it, you have not done this, you've not done this, you've not done this, you've not done this. It's all siphoning. One of the worst days I had this year, before I round up, was when you hear, Speaker Obasa ordered for SUVs. Miranda came and cancelled and saved money on SUVs. This is my money. This is my money. I was listening to that piece when I was struggling to come to work, to find inspiration to come to work. This is the pain.
You struggle to find inspiration to work?
Yes. Of course, there are low. You think I don't have low days? There was a 3-week stretch I didn't see my son. A 3-week stretch, including Saturdays and Sundays. I had to go to work.
Does the amount of tax you pay and the frustration of not seeing it work for you, also add to that lack of inspiration?
Of course, because there's no infrastructure that you would rely on in Lagos State, for starters. I've been trying to get, this is 8:16. Thank God I have not gotten to the office because I probably would not have been able to call you. I've been trying to get to work, stuck in traffic for over many hours.
Would you say, I mean, you're a high earner. I don't know what percentage, whether you're the top 10 percentile but would you say there are many others in Lagos like you who pay such amount of taxes, just personal tax?
Well, in the office that I work, for instance, in the office, everybody there pays taxes. And trust me, I'm not even one of the 10% highest earner in my organization. And I say there are people who would pay times 2 of what I pay in taxes, times 3 of what I pay in taxes in Lagos State. It's not even surprising at all.
So you're talking about maybe 500 million to 1 billion, in taxes every year, just from your organization alone, just personal tax, not the company even paying a tax.
Kofi, I think what you can do if this institution, just ask people who work in they call them high net worth individual units in LROS, and just call them and say, give a ballpark figure of what you think organizations would pay on behalf of their individuals from source. This is what happens. Lagos State is, when they say it's one of top 5 economies in West Africa, they do IJ. This is where the money comes from.
You don't think the money comes from other sources? Maybe, other taxes, you feel most of the money comes from, because Lagos State is really going through a lot. I mean, if you look at the last budget, you look at the 2024 budget, 2025 budget, the state wasn't able to meet its expenditure, and the government said they had to go, to dip their hands into funds, borrow money to fund the budget. So we have budget deficits, which means the money is not even enough.
Of course. So if this okay, so maybe I recalibrate. If the government has sources of income and then they borrow, and then there's prudent use of these monies. When I say prudent use of these monies, of course, why you are in the State House of Assembly? What are you doing with a brand new SUV? For me, that earns this amount that I have said I earn and I pay taxes on, my organization does not have to buy me a brand new SUV. If you have prudent use of your money, it would go into better projects. It would go into improving lives of people better. And I know this whole story of Lagos State, go to yours. I would much rather be in my state. I can tell you. I would much rather be in my state.
So the question is, why should legislators who earn a salary for the work they do be given a car with taxpayers' money, when the taxpayers also get a salary for their work and they don't get cars?
Exactly.
Yeah, get your salary and go and buy the car you want with your salary. Now, why do you?
The value of the car that you are getting, to the extent that because of a speaker change within a month, billions are saved off the value of the cars you are getting. It's painful. Okay. Like, because of change of contract strategy, I've saved 2 billion. If the news ahead was correct, so it tells you how much each of these cars were worth in the first.
All right.
And this is the one that made news.
Do you think? Do you feel the percentage? I'm sorry, I'm using you as my guest. I know a lot of listeners are queuing up. I apologize to them. But last question: do you feel the percentage is? I think people like you will be paying maybe about 20 to 24% of your monthly salary.
I think it's about 19.4% as of today.
19?
It's about 19.4%.
Okay, all right. Do you think it's high, or are you happy to pay it? If you, as long as it works for you.
It's value for money. Yeah, it's value for money. If I see anything that brings value to me, I would buy. But 100,000 naira per month would be too high for me for the value I get from Lagos State. That's the message here. 100,000 per month will be too high for the value I get. And that's a sad reality, because if I have to provide every other service for myself, and I don't feel as though the amount that I pay works for me, And then I have to go through all these intimidations by government officials with sirens blowing me out. Even 100,000 will be too much money.
All right. Thank you very much. We really appreciate the time. I'll get in touch since you're my brother from Port Harcourt in Lagos here. He says he pays almost, I'm sorry I took quite some time there, but we'll continue. All right, so don't worry. He says he pays almost, this year we're paying him almost 35 million naira in taxes. In tax. Anyway, let's go back to the phone line. So we'll take more of your thoughts. 0201-277-0993. 0201-277-0993. How much tax do you pay? Basically also trying to encourage our listeners to pay tax. Pay your tax. But also trying to find out if you pay the tax, what are the services you get in return? Do you feel that your tax is working for you? 0201-277-0993. Please don't sleep on this topic. We have a second line, special line for female listeners, 0201-465-7190. 0201-465-7190. I see Tayo Aja who sent you the message saying tax administration in Lagos is it's imprudent and it suffers leakage through informal activities as the officials are sometimes complicit. So when you say informal activities, how do you mean? Tayo, I'd like to get some more insight from you. So please send me another message so I can understand. Are you talking about those who tax the informal sector? Is that what you mean? 99.3, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, are you there? All right, call back if you can. Still waiting for more calls. Let me see. Okay, no calls coming through. This is sent by Ayo. Ayo says, this caller just spoke my mind. All these IGRs generated are from double taxation Lagos is getting, but we don't get nothing for our taxes. I earned 7 digits and paid 6 digits every month. Okay, tell me the amount now. I won't mention your name. Our taxes are not working for us. Okay. Are you sure your taxes are not working for you? 99.3, good morning. Oh, sorry about that. Lost your call there. Sorry. 99.3, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome. Your name?
Concerning tax, I want to remain anonymous.
Sure.
Yes, I pay the sum of 150,000 as tax on a monthly basis.
Okay.
And I don't really get value. I pay for my water. I pay for my electricity. I pay for my security. The roads, most of the roads I apply, they are not good.
Are you paid to Lagos State or you pay to another state?
I pay to Lagos State.
Okay.
And I'm not getting benefit for what I'm paying. And at the stage, even if what they do at times, they even send tax auditors to come to the office to do examination, monitoring.
All right.
And when they come, in short, the issue of tax in Lagos State is not anything to write them about.
What happens when they come?
They negotiate for fees, give you calculations that are not realistic. You still have to argue. They give you the best of judgment. You will have to prove and prove and prove. In short, it's not working because I know we are not much in my office, but we paid to the close. We pay amount close to 12 million on a monthly basis.
That's from
about 12, 13 staff in my office.
Thank you very much. We got to go for a break. I'll be back.
Right after this.
How do we make our cooking come alive? Oh, for that tasty meal where you like, oh, I mean, you want cook food to impress, oh,
Whether it's jollof or na stew, even for porridge or spaghetti, cook to impress with Pepper Terra.
We see you, Mr. As My Guy don't win. Please say don't ginger. No dollar. We did jolly just call welcome offer. Bet King is giving you 100 naira instant sign-up bonus. That's not all. Within 14 days on the app, you stand a chance to get up to 1 million naira in rewards and enjoy 50 free casino bets on Aviator. Download Bet King app and register today using the promo code FREEBETS to enjoy your 100 naira instant bonus and other exciting offers. Terms and conditions apply. Not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
Start
Start your children's day with a great taste of Ovaltine, enriched with multi-nourishment, calcium, malt, and vitamin B12 to support learning and playtime. Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
He done trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you the wine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby?
Jerry, now you they talk like this. Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I don't know.
Guy, hfm.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said hfm.com.
Which one is hfm.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said hfm.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development and the care they need with the new NanKid 4, with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics to help your child's digestion and development, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. And all of these work together to support your child's development and growth today and tomorrow. NanKid 4, nourish your child's potential.
Anything I want.
Mama, they don't dash me 20,000 naira woof.
My pikin, who they dash 20,000 naira for this kind time?
That they dash everybody will get smart cash account 20,000 naira.
You mean them go dash me 20,000 naira a woof too?
Yes, so mama. That they dash all old and new smart cash users 20,000 naira woof.
Oh yeah, tell your yard people make them dial *939# or download Smart Cash app to open their own account. Make them self-enjoy 20k a woof. Every time when you buy airtime or pay bills with Smart Cash, you go chop inside your 20k. Terms and conditions they shall.
I don't see my own woof. Oh.
Smart Cash, powered by Airtel.
What is the square root of pi by 4?
4.0.
Wow, that's my girl. The Cowbellpedia Mega Minds is here. Don't miss a single moment of the action in the Cowbellpedia Mega Minds 2025 edition.
Over the 14 weeks, viewers also stand a chance to win prizes when they participate from home.
Tune in to Cowbellpedia Mega Minds on Africa Magic or visit our website at cowbellpedia.tv to learn more.
Terms and conditions apply. Cowbell. So good, so smart.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. It's a simple conversation we're having this morning. Very simple conversation. How much tax do you pay? What we mean is how much do you pay in direct taxes every year? The last caller who says he pays by 150,000 naira every month, that would amount to about, if I'm not mistaken, about 1.8 million naira in taxes every year. We've had a lot. We've had people calling and they pay 8 million naira in taxes every year. Some pay, 15, 20. We've had one who pays 30 up to 30. This year he will be paying about 35 million naira in taxes. What am I doing in this job? What am I doing in this job? I don't want my reward in heaven or my dad, my parents are teachers. They're going to heaven, but mine, here on earth. I'm sure that this conversation makes some of you think about your life. But hey, that's life. But see, the encouraging thing is from last week right till this week, today, I'm hearing people say they would like to pay taxes. They love paying taxes as long as the taxes work for them. But I think it'll be enlightening just to know how much you pay in taxes. You don't need to give me your name, all right? Maybe that's why we're not seeing as many calls as normally we'll get. You don't need to give me your name. You can just remain anonymous, like the gentleman who called to say he's going to be paying about 35 million naira in taxes this year. Last year he paid about 28 million. Number to call 02 01 465 71 90 0201 465 7190. Then the second number, this female line, that's a special number, 080 95 97 5805. 080 95 97 5805. And when we talk about direct taxes, we're looking at your pay as you earn or your personal income tax. We're talking about your company tax, but maybe we stick to personal tax. At some point along the line, we'll do a deep dive, maybe on another day, into the new tax bills and what they mean for you and I. Though the Senate is yet to do the needful, all right? That being said, let's go back to the phone lines. I want to hear from you. 99.3, good morning. Hello.
Yes, good morning. This is Amici from Lekki.
Amici, welcome. Is it
Yes,
Amici we know?
I don't know when you are bringing your next guest, the finance minister, if it's possible, so that we can, discuss some of these things, right?
All right.
There are no checks and balances. It's very sad to say this, but no checks and balances. You want to erect a building, and somebody comes and they give you like 16 different things for you to pay. It's not going to the government, it's going to their private pockets. Who is checking these things? Right? A very simple, pretend like if you're a customer, you want to set up this thing. Then this is something that the government should have done already. The same thing with, you are traveling out of the country. When you step into the airport till you fly, everybody's asking you for money. That's not good. There are no checks and balances. I mean, why do we have agencies and this thing? That's my contribution.
All right. Before you go, are you a tax paying? Oh, he's gone. So his issue is about multiple taxation. The general line is 0201 465 71. No, 0201 277 0993. 0201 277 0993. 99.3. Good morning.
Good morning, Kofi.
Welcome.
How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Please go on. How much tax do you pay?
This is an interesting topic. So, last year I paid about 6 million. That's roughly 500 monthly. Yeah, personal income.
Oh, I see. I see. All right. And how do you feel? When you pay 6 million every year.
Hello, Kofi.
Yeah. How do you feel? What feeling do you have, knowing you pay 6 million naira in taxes every year?
The feeling is very bad, very bad. And as a matter of fact, this is a direct tax paid. There are other informal taxes paid to Lagos State government. For instance, they have what they call VIS in Lagos State, which is a criminal organization. If your particulars for your car expires on a Sunday, on the same Sunday, you will get a notification that you've been charged 20,000 naira for an expired vehicle papers. The next few minutes, you get another 20,000 naira fine for expired insurance. Papers that expired on a Sunday. That is criminal. The question is, how can you charge or fine someone for a vehicle paper that expired on a Sunday? Isn't there supposed to be maybe like a 2 weeks period given to you to renew your papers? So you have all such criminal charges that Lagos State inflict on people. And I don't blame them. I blame the citizens who are not well aware.
Okay,
because in Nigeria, we celebrate IGR as performance for government. So you hear a lot of people say, this government is performing because they've taken their IGR from this to this. How do you celebrate that when there is no value for money taken? And like someone said, these are just even the direct ones that goes to government. There are also criminal ones. Like after paying the 6 million, Lagos State Internal Revenue people will come to your office and do some criminal best of judgment analysis and say that even the 6 million that is paid is not enough. And they will bill you and they will expect you to come for negotiation. And then for you to move on, you have to maybe give somebody, a company tax person will have to give somebody money there that goes to private pockets and all of that. So it's just a criminal cycle that they operate.
All right. So why you said your the tax you pay makes you angry? Why? The 6 million you pay every year, your personal tax. Yeah.
Like everyone has said, right? The traffic you have in Lagos is because there are no roads. From all the way from Ogunusi Road, from Omole Estate to Agidingbi to Obakan, and it's a mess. And Ikeja is the capital of Lagos. There are no roads in Lagos State. Every road you see is either private developed roads. So they take this money, they do nothing. Is it the Bank Anthony Road? That is you come from Port Harcourt. Those roads, if we get with all its madness, those roads are getting the road and are bad roads. We will not allow that kind of road exist. So those are not good roads. So all this money they take, what do they do with it? So that's even the indirect tax. So your vehicle get damaged every now and then because the roads are not good. So you spend money. That's indirect tax.
Maybe the tax is not enough to fix the roads.
If they don't stop stealing in Nigeria, we have so much money to fix all the problem in this country.
How sure are you that the IGR is enough to fix roads? No, like I said, the government runs.
I'm a finance person anyway.
The government.
I'm a finance person. I'm a tax person. So I know what I'm saying.
Well, I want to put it to you that Lagos State government does not even have enough IGR for the budget. If you look at the budget for 2024, for instance, which has already run its course, they run a deficit, and the governor announced that they were going to go borrowing.
They run a deficit when Obasa and Merinda are buying SUVs. They use all this money to finance personal luxury. 40 to 60% of the budget is spent on personnel, on political appointees and all of them. A governor will go to one island to go and celebrate someone's birthday.
Well, that will probably be his personal funds, his salary.
How much?
Maybe he was wealthy before he became governor. So let's not go into that one. Let's leave the permit. It could be his personal. But I want you to answer this. Yeah, you've said something about it, but maybe you want to say more. You're a finance person. You're a tax person. The government is running a deficit budget, which means that the money is not even enough to run the yearly budget. So what are we talking about?
Of course, the money will not be enough because we operate in a climate where we operate voodoo budget. One of the most opaque budget you ever see in this world is Lagos State government budget. That is one.
I disagree with you because Lagos State government budget is online. Unlike in River State, where someone one of Siki told Nigerian info that Wiki did not put the budget online because it will be hacked.
Those are not even our budget. Anyway, but the point I'm making is that in Nigeria, we automatically have a budget line item that is called budget padding. So our budgets are padded in a very, 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 very uncivilized way that definitely there is no amount of money you have that will be enough to run the budget. So you're going to have them telling you that they are operating budget deficit. They are going to go borrow and finance the budget. So the question is, what have you seen, Kofi, that they use last year's budget to realize in this state? Name one project.
Okay, I'll go check. I didn't come ready for that, but I'm sure you.
I want to name one project you know that they use last year's budget to realize.
Oh, they're there.
Is it that they use a fort? I mean a real project. See,
even the governor has commissioned some roads. You're not aware, but I'm not a government spokesman.
Those are roads a local government chairman can do.
All right, we got to go. We got to go.
Yeah.
We got to. Let's pick some more calls. Thank you very much for your time. All right, he says he pays 6 million naira in taxes every year, and he's angry. He's angry. That's what he says. 99.3. Good morning. Hello.
Hello, Kofi.
Yes, welcome. Your name, location, and contribution, please.
Okay, I'm calling from Prestac. I do 155 every month.
Okay.
My salary.
Okay, that's like 6 point something M every year.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Are you a happy taxpayer?
Yeah. I would say 50%. I'm happy. I mean, I have to do something. I have to give back to the economy and also to finance government. So
what do you say to those? What do you say to those who say they are angry or they are not happy taxpayers?
Okay.
Maybe they can borrow a lead from you.
It depends on how you look at it. You can't have something. You can't get something if you don't give something. So let me put it that way. So if you want things to work, we all need to make sacrifice, and that's you playing your part. So I'll just leave it there.
All right. If you want something to work, you have to give something for it to work, and you have to play your part. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you calling in. So that's a happy taxpayer. 99.3. Good morning. Hello, can you hear me, please?
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Good morning.
Good morning. No.
You're welcome.
I want to ask question, Abego. The tax you pay usually, is it not after your expenses?
You don't even...
Like apart from the salary earners. Even the salary earners, that's what it should be. You remove this and that and that and that. This is what you have. Do you understand? Well, it can be like in a bracket.
Well, if you work a 9 to 5, it's not after your expenses. When before your salary even hits your account, the tax is taken out.
Okay. And then for a business owner, like maybe let me say like a hairdressing salon owner, you've spent so much on fuel and diesel and all, and then is it not after that you now pay tax?
Well, of course, that is for the business, not the individual. Yes, of course, of course. But as the owner of the business, you have a salary now, so you also pay tax from your salary.
But what if after the month and then you don't have enough to even pay your own salary?
It's the percentage. So if they have a way to calculate it. So I'm not a tax expert, but it's percentage.
Yeah, because they need to come and tell us. You understand? Because I sell things. I'm a market woman.
Okay.
And then you buy things and you haven't even sold. I deal on fashion. And then the next 2, 3, 4 months, somebody is telling you that, we've sold this one. You've not even finished what you have in your shop. And then how do you now, like what you're supposed to sell, like 20,000, you're now you're cutting the prices to sell. You're already on deficit.
Okay.
So these are things that they need to work out and understand that the society, the climb is not good for people to even pay tax. And when they get the ones they get, they just lavish it anyhow. Do you understand?
All right.
You're not making it conducive for people to pay. I remember, I think or was it this president, when he was a governor, you will be taking the children to school and you say taxpayers' money at work. They will be doing like patchwork and all that. You see the signboard, small patches. But this one, you see small hole. The next day, there's a rain, it becomes bigger. And then until a contract is, given, for it's done. Small things that can be done, and you probably see. I remember then I used to encourage people in the market to pay small something. Then if you're selling hawking, somewhere 2.5, somewhere like 9,000, like basic ones. These ones that you pay, like if you're going to the empire, even when Fashola was there, once you pay your tax, you get a charge for a text from him. Like, those, automated. Yes, ask them.
From Governor Fashola?
You need to, Fashola, you will see BRF, as it? Yes, BRF. Yes, you will get that automated text.
Okay.
I used to get it.
So you're a business person in the market, right?
Yes. I know that the max that you normally pay is 9K.
What do you pay? I mean, in the market, what kind of
that's what I'm trying to tell you, because they used to go to the market, with their forms. I used to collect it and encourage people to pay. Okay. I used to pay like 9K.
9K every month?
Yes.
Okay.
You understand?
So now, what was the?
Now I don't even bother.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Because you don't even see what is done. Kofi, now you've heard. If you haven't seen, you've heard Uncle Jimmy talk about how filthy and everything, how the place is.
Market, okay.
You can't even move around. You can't even drive around. You can't even park.
Is it the market, right?
Yes.
Okay. But so was it not like
and
that
on the
before?
roads, you see potholes and you see a lot of things. Like somebody said, security, everything. You are the one taking care of it.
So
something is encouraging.
Was the market not?
I remember when there was armed robbery in one of our relations' houses.
Okay.
I called who was the commissioner of police then? Immediately I called him. You could hear on the background everybody, they were screaming the address. They were screaming on the phone. This was the era of land phone. And they were caught. I don't know whether you understand what I mean.
What about now?
Try the numbers they give you, even on election days. Sometimes I come there, they tell you to call the number. You call the number, it's not available. It's not on the network. Yeah? Call LASMA office.
Madam, before you go, now you said that the market is filthy these days. It's dirty, it's not well kept, so you don't even feel encouraged to pay the market tax
at all. And
before, what was it? Was it better than this, or has it always been the case?
Of course. Now, a lot of places where the cars were passing before, if there's a fire in the market, you could pass and then get to the place and help the people that are distressed. How can you do it now? Come in now. It's every time that when there's fire, when there's an incident, they will come and remove this, and they go. People go back to the square one.
All right.
No. See, these are things. If they come in and then people see what they are doing, they collect every yearly. They will collect lockup amount, payment for lockup, like and then you will pay, and then they will give you a lesser amount as in your receipt. How come?
They collect more than they write on the receipt.
Exactly.
And nobody has even called my program to take over. This is what happens.
If we should call them, or they should come and be even writing names of those that paid, so that when you pay and your name is not there, you come and start screaming. They can't make it open because they know what they are doing.
Well, I'm here.
When somebody is not being paid for 3 months, they still go to work.
Okay.
How come?
Okay, I'm here. If that happens, you can always reach me. But what you're saying is that the market people don't feel encouraged to pay taxes because they're not seeing the benefits they used to see before.
Kofi, most Nigerians, most Lagosians, most people. I told you about. I don't know. I can't remember the name of that commissioner. Honestly, I was so impressed.
Okay.
I called a lawyer. He gave me their number. He was calling. I was calling. By the time we were calling back, you could hear the address. Do you understand? Being radioed.
Okay, madam, I have to go.
And it was not just that incident. Everybody was commending him because he was working in Lagos. Because when you get off your program, you ask around.
Okay.
And if he's alive, we should encourage him.
All right, I have to pick another call. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, so that's from the market. I want to hear from everyone. Even those who are in the street, you pay some sort of tax. You have a wheelbarrow, you pay some sort of tax. 99.3, good morning. Is it working for you? Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome. Your name, location, and country. Or you don't need to give me your name if you don't want to. If you don't want to.
Okay, I can give my name. My name is Mayo. I'm calling from Awoyaya.
Mayo, how much tax do you pay?
Okay, I pay a tax of 100,000 naira per month.
5 what?
100,000.
Okay, so in a year you pay like
1.2 million naira.
Okay. Are you happy taxpayer?
I am a happy taxpayer, and I'll give reason.
Yeah, please go
on. And the reason is to contradict what the earlier caller said that. Can you name a project that the Lagos State government is doing? In my area, Lekki Ekpe Express Road, if you are to look at the amount the government has spent on that road, it's huge. Go to Yaba, go to Abule Egba, a lot of road. I will even say Governor Babatunde Sanwo-Olu is underblowing his trumpet. If he is going to go for the third term, he has a lot of things to maybe use as a proof for people to vote for him as a third-term governor.
Example.
So they are doing...
Just go over those things, because for those who are doubting Thomas's, who may not believe you, those things that he will use to go for third term.
Okay, if you come to Lagos, Lekki Ekpe Express Road, it is one of the best roads we have in Nigeria.
Lekki Ekpe, that's from... Wait.
Yes.
All the way from Lekki, phase 1 to Ekpe.
No. This is how they've done it from Ekpe down to Ibrahim Adesanya. Okay. So, and the way they've done it is that they've prepared that road to connect the Fort Mainland Bridge.
Oh, okay. So from Ekpe to Ibrahim Adesanya.
Yes, from Ekpe to Ibrahim Adesanya.
When I heard you say Lekki Ekpe, I was thinking maybe you meant that from all the way to Phase. So what about Ibrahim Adesanya to Lekki Phase 1?
Okay, Ibrahim Adesanya to Lekki Phase 1, the road is fairly all right as we speak.
Okay.
It's fairly all right. And one thing that Lagos State government is equally doing to collaborate what the federal government is doing is that for the federal government, we have the coastal road ongoing as we speak. So they intend connecting the Lekki Ekpe Express Road, that is the one from Ekpe down to Ibrahim Adesanya. They intend to connect the inner road to the coastal road.
All right.
This is beautiful and marvelous.
All right. So those who are saying their tax is not making them happy, they are not being truthful. There are a lot of projects going on in Lagos State.
Not that they are not being truthful. I need more. I need more from the government. But the canon of good taxing is saying that you cannot get the exact value of the tax you are paying. There are some that will get more than what they've paid, and there are some that will get lesser than what they've paid. So you can't get equality. It is not possible. That's one of the canon of good taxing.
Okay, those who are calling, saying their tax is not working for them, are looking for exactly, if they pay 35 million, they want exactly 35 million.
God bless you. God bless you.
The one that said is paying
25 million and they want
exactly more. 25 million service. The one who is paying 8 million wants 8 million service. Wow.
That's it. You've gotten it. So, and if we have to leave road, other infrastructure like good health, go to Ibrahim Adesanya. The health center there is marvelous. Even there are some private hospitals that they don't have the type of facility that they have there. Go to Mati in Lagos Island. That building is under construction as we speak. That thing is gigantic. So they are trying. It is just that I will blame Governor Babatunde Sanwo-Olu. He is not blowing his trumpet enough.
All right. Ayo.
Believe me, he's not. Mayowa is my name.
Thank you so much. I thought I saw someone who wanted to maybe talk to you, but nobody is here. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate you calling in, Mayowa.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. All right. So you heard it from Mayowa. He says the governor is underblowing his trumpet. He's not blowing his trumpet enough. With all he's doing with taxpayer money. And those of you who are saying your tax is not working, you're not happy, it's because you expect, according to Mayowa, your money, the government should spend exactly the amount you paid on you. And it says it's not possible. 99.3, good morning. Sorry, Mayowa, don't mind me. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Mr. Ehise Hijato. I'm calling from Lagos.
Mr. Ehise, you have 30 seconds. I just realized you don't have time. Please go on. I've been enjoying the conversation. Please go on. Quickly, please.
Okay. Thank you very much. I am a taxpayer. I started paying tax when my wife had an incident and emergency was called. And immediately they came and bring their van, took her to the hospital at the toll gate. Ever since I've been paying my tax. I think Lagos State have been doing their best. As I'm talking to you.
How much do you pay in taxes? How much do you pay?
In a month, I pay about 45. It goes because it's an income tax.
All right. Okay.
Yes, okay. And I'm a taxi driver, so it goes up and down.
We got to go. Thank you very much. Let's go pay our bills. We're back on the other side, all right?
What can your bank do for you? Meet Jane, 25 years old. She's been having troubles acquiring a loan from her bank.
This is not okay at all. I've been on this queue forever, and you're saying I should fill another form. What's going on?
What can your bank...
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.